The Indian rupee has pared early gains today versus the US dollar. There has been a sharp fall in the Indian equity markets, and that has raised concerns of foreign fund outflows amid importer-driven demand for the greenback. The other Asian currencies also were trading lower versus the dollar, and that's the impact that you have seen coming in for the Indian rupee. 0.25% down on your screen, 63.97 is where the rupee shut sharp. Let's get on board then. We are now joined by Vinay Kheersagar. He is CFO, Indian Register of Shipping, and he joins us on the show with his sense on all of that currency and money market. Vinay, hi, good to have you. The inflation has been easing. The IIP has surprised us on the upside. And yesterday, the CAD numbers also have been much better than the street estimate. What's the impact that you see, and especially RBI decisions? How would they be impacted from all of this?
Yes, certainly all these three factors are positive, and that is very encouraging because current account deficit, growth rate and inflation actually has a significant more than around 50% impact on the two countries' exchange rate, and these are turning positive. So this will definitely give more room to RBI to further soften the interest rate and really fuel the growth.
Vinay, one thing that has given euphoria and stability into the market has been a stable single government in the center. How have you seen that play out for the Indian economy and currency as a whole?
Yeah, in fact, in last year, there is a significant impact of feel-good factor of the government, and this has basically impacted the overall business environment and the atmosphere. And certainly in long run, this will have a positive impact on the stabilizing of the currency and overall India's economic position.
Fair point that. One more positive, Vinay, has been the Indian forex reserves. They have been strengthening. But on the other side, the market has had to tackle with the FII outflows in the recent days. We've seen very sharp decline coming in for the Indian equity markets. How have you done the number crunching for a positive and a negative in that sense for market?
Yeah, if you see, the RBI has clearly taken a stand that let market determine the exchange. And of course, the stock market, movement will definitely impact for the short term the inflows and outflow of the country. But these phenomena are temporary of the nature, and in long run, I don't foresee unless there is some strong policy decision or say the impact of a global scenario like US increasing the interest rate, which will have a permanent kind of a movement of capital, then only. Otherwise, this market fluctuation is going to impact exchange rate, but this is of the temporary nature.
Fair point that, Vinay. But what other concerns would you then anticipate or see in the current scenario that could impact the economy and all of these numbers adversely?
Going forward, considering current scenario, I am sure that we are moving in the right direction, and this will certainly reflect on the exchange rate. And I expect in next 8 to 10 months' time, the Indian currency will reverse its trend and start appreciating.
Vinay, you have recently written a book on the rupee-dollar forecast and things to watch out for onto that one for the next couple of years and more. How would you want to elaborate on that and the sense that you put into that, the mathematical and the statistical tools that you have worked on with as well?
I have established using statistical tool called a regression, which confirms the dependency of one dependent variable and other series of changing variable. And I could establish 90% plus correlation and 82% dependency. So with this tool, like mathematics and statistics, we can assume this variable and certainly able to project the future exchange rate.
When you talk about the future exchange rate, Vinay, what's your sense on the levels then? Where do you see the rupee headed? Because all the major banks and Indian brokerage houses are also talking about a weakness in the currency. 64.5, 65 are perhaps the projections that you have seen coming in for the rupee for this current year.
I see that rupee during this year may touch 65 plus, but from next June onwards, I think it will start appreciating and will move to maybe 63, 62 level, and this appreciation trend will continue provided these numbers are in the expected line of what it indicates as of now.
Fair point that. Vinik Kshirsagar, thank you so much for joining us with your sense on currencies and what really impacts and works in sense of working out or forecasting the rupee dollar movement there. Well, that's the view really coming in for the currency. Can see depreciation in the very near term, can decline up to 65, but appreciation from 2016 is what Vinay is talking about on the rupee side.